Yo, what is going on? Josh 3 Arch. We're going to be talking about De'Aaron Fox and the Sacramento Kings, a point guard that, still kind of young at his age and, averaged 25 points per game last season. Honestly, I think he is the fastest player currently in the NBA. Honestly, we had players like John Wall come into the NBA, which, John Wall, he's not that fast anymore. I will say that he used to be the fastest player in the NBA. Now we have De'Aaron Fox taking that spot. And De'Aaron Fox and the Sacramento Kings. What he can do when going in transition is honestly really scary. Now we do have players like Giannis and Ben Simmons who are scary in the transition. But De'Aaron Fox, I really think it's a different story. And when he starts to develop his game a little bit more, he's going to be better than Giannis and Ben Simmons in that part of his game, because he's definitely the best fast player in the entire NBA. He's faster than Giannis and he's faster than Ben Simmons. And he can just have that ability to just put his head down and just dunk and everything. And his dunk package is honestly really underrated on the Sacramento Kings. And some of what he could really do in the dribbling aspect of things is honestly really crazy too. Like those quick dribbles, those quick crossovers are insane. I don't really think right now there's a player like De'Aaron Fox. There is players like Kyrie Irving. There's players, like I said, like John Wall. But they're not fast. They're not anywhere near as fast as De'Aaron Fox on the Sacramento Kings. And going into this year for the Sacramento Kings, I really think that he is going to have a really great season. 25 points per game. That honestly is an all-star season. He did only play 58 games for the Kings. I'm pretty sure he got injured, unfortunately, so he missed a few games. So that's maybe the reason why he did not make the all-star game. But 25 points, that looks like an all-star season. He could have possibly made it over a few players in the West, because that is a very good season for the Sacramento Kings. Do I think he's going to score around the same for the Kings? I absolutely do. If you look at the Sacramento Kings roster, they do have, Tyrese, I think Halliburton is his name on the Kings, that, he could generate some points. But I think the majority of the points coming in these coming years are going to be given to De'Aaron Fox. I think he's going to be able to carry this team. Do they make the playoffs, and are they going to be a dark horse team entering the playoffs? I think that could potentially happen. If you see the way De'Aaron Fox plays on that team, I do think he's that type of player that can carry his team, a point guard that can carry the team, kind of like, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is a point guard. He can just carry his team so good in clutch moments, in just his entire game. De'Aaron Fox is that player. He is a good passer. He's a playmaker, and he can do some crazy stuff for the Sacramento Kings. So that's definitely a team now to watch because of De'Aaron Fox's abilities. Fastest player, man. And in college, honestly, if you watch some of his college highlights, it's insane how fast he gets from one side of the court to another. And that's the same thing like watching John Wall. How is this dude this fast? He honestly, in my opinion, I think he probably did do track, dude. So that's why I think De'Aaron Fox is this fast. And next year, hopefully, for the Sacramento Kings, he can keep that up. He can keep up his pace, you know what I'm saying? And he can start, doing some better things for them. His jump shot on the Kings, I haven't watched too much of his jump shot, but from what I've heard, it isn't that good. I definitely think that's something that he could bring into his game next season for the Kings. I heard his jump shot form is just decent. But 25 points a game, it's kind of does he even need a good type of jump shot? I heard it's really good, actually, really good, but it can be better from what I've heard. I haven't really seen too much of that, but just him adding into a lethal type of scoring, type of Damian Lillard type scoring, that would make him a 30-point per game scorer easily, and possibly oh my God, I can definitely see him, De'Aaron Fox, being a all-star next season. Yeah. I mean, we do have some competitive stuff going on in the West now. There's a lot of players, good players in the West, but I will say the East is probably better than the West. So I'm gonna have to say probably De'Aaron Fox will be an all-star next season Like I said, I think he probably missed out this year. So next season, without a doubt, De'Aaron Fox is going to be all-star. You know, we do have Klay Thompson coming in. We do have a lot of rookies that are really have good potential on the West, like Jalen Green, that could possibly be an all-star. But I got De'Aaron Fox over, you know, players like that. You know, De'Aaron Fox is a solid player for the Kings. And I think he's going to be really underrated. He has been underrated, really. Like, there's been some players, there's been some people, I will admit, I was some of those people that was like, we should do a Ben Simmons for De'Aaron Fox trade. But that's kind of disrespectful to De'Aaron Fox. Like, if you actually think about it, De'Aaron Fox is on a whole new level, way better than Ben Simmons. I don't even think it's close at this point. He can do pretty much everything better than Ben Simmons. He can probably make better than Ben Simmons, faster than Ben Simmons. He could score better than Ben Simmons. De'Aaron Fox is better than Ben Simmons. And going into this year, I think that's definitely going to tell the story. 76ers fans, we're not getting De'Aaron Fox. It's just not happening. It's unfortunate that it just is not happening. But that's going to wrap up things for this video. We're going to quickly talk about De'Aaron Fox. That shit was not funny. But that is going to wrap up things for this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Josh the Archer, and I'm out.